And the reality is that more and more black women, particularly black girls, need to understand that the power really lies in their hands, and they can control their destiny, and no one else should define them other than them and their God. And so it's really important that people step out of that box and recognize that they know that they've got the power, and that they should not think that they should continue to be in a relationship. As a former defense attorney, I used to represent a lot of sisters, a lot of women. In fact, there's one case in particular, two cases I want to tell you about. The last case that I was involved in was a woman who was pregnant. She was 8 months pregnant, and her husband, I think he was her husband or a significant other, beat her every day. And then one day she got tired, and he fell asleep, and she lit the bed on fire. He got out, don't worry. He got out just in time to prosecute her, and I defended her. Well, the issue was really, the defense was she was a batterer, and she had been battered to such a degree that she kept it in, and then one day she just exploded. Well, she was found not guilty because I put the jury full of women, and I speak to them. Yeah, I packed my jury full of women, and all the women understood, and I spoke to the issue again, and most women can relate. And she went home, and she had her baby. The other case was a woman who, and I'll never forget this, she was about 23. She was in college, and he was jealous of her because he didn't have a high school diploma. Wow. And he beat her up. And when I first met her eye was down to here. He beat her in her eye, and her eye dropped. And she was thinking about, because she depended upon him, and oftentimes women stay in relationships because of the relationship, the economic relationship, and because of they have children in common. Most of the time when cases are dismissed, it's because one, they rely upon the man economically. Two, they believe the lies that he's not going to do it again. Three, they have children in common. And four, they are so psychologically tortured that they believe that, they somehow caused this. Those are the circumstances that I have encountered in my 7 years of being a defense attorney. And this one woman, even though her eye was down to her lip, she believed that somehow she caused that. She used to say to me, well, Miss James, if I didn't get him upset, then he wouldn't do this to me. And she would justify his actions. And it was really this perverse psychological game that she was playing in her head. And I said, no one is worthy of being battered. No one is worthy of abuse. And if, in fact, you've got to walk on eggshells whenever you're around him, then you need to step off and leave him alone. And he needs to get help. And he needs to be prosecuted. Well, she stuck with me. And ultimately, she prosecuted him. But there were days when she was like, no, I can't go through with this. I can't confront him. I can't be subject to cross-examination by the prosecutor. I caused it. I'm bad. He's a good man. Even though her eye was down here. And oftentimes, you got to strip people down, strip them down, and then build them back up to a point of confidence to let them know they're beautiful. We're beautiful beings because God doesn't make any mistake. And that the power really lies within them. And you've got to believe in that strength and that voice that you hear each and every day saying you've got to go on. And you've got to be an example to others. You've got to be an example to all the young women who are looking up to you to stand up to this batterer and say, no more. No more. And that I am worth it, and I should be valued, and I should be loved, and that love should never, ever hurt. And love should never be someone who belittles you or makes you feel less than what you are. And the beauty and the prize that you are, and the fact that you have all the blessings. And sometimes, ladies, and even sometimes men, it's okay to be alone. It's okay not to have somebody in your life. Being in a relationship shouldn't define you. I know a lot of women who define themselves based upon being in a relationship, or this notion that we all have to get married, or this notion that we all have to stay with a man. And because, let's be honest, let's keep it real, because there's a shortage because you have a significant number of brothers who are in the criminal justice system, a significant number of them who are down low. I don't know why I'm pointing at these guys. I'm sorry, guys. Significant number of them who are, not available because they don't have your requirements. A significant number of them who are down low. A significant number of them who are not emotionally available. Whatever it is, there's just not enough brothers. Now, you could cross over and do your thing. There's two brothers in the back. They're kind of handsome. All right, we're going to get a hand.
Yes.
Amen. Hello. So if you want to do that, that's fine too. But the reality is all that I'm saying is that, sisters, sometimes you got to work on yourself first. And then when you're ready, then you can offer yourself to somebody else. You should not be defined by the fact that you are not in a committed relationship. It's okay. It is okay. I believe that women should go to school, should get educated, should be independent. So if in fact it doesn't work out, you can step. Because you got your own money, your own car, like the song says.
Preach that, Leticia.
Go ahead, preach that. So you got your own car, your own house, your own money. And if it's not working out, say, gotta go. I've got mine. I don't need you. So that's what we need to understand. Economic independence, right? Emotional stability, right? Education, when you got the degrees just dropping, I got this, that, and A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And when you're in a position where you know who you are and no one else to find you. But I know I'm preaching to the choir because these sisters are awesome. These young women are absolutely awesome. So I don't know why I'm here, but thank you for inviting me. And here's Jamani right on time, my brother. This is my little brother who was a pain in the neck, but he's my little brother, and he's in the city council now. He's awesome, and he and I are an awesome team in the city council. And so oftentimes we do tag teams. So it's an honor and a privilege to always be associated with your councilmember, Jamani Williams. But I just want to tell you, to all you sisters, you're beautiful. Don't let relationships or people define you. Make sure that you are independent. Make sure you have the education. Recognize that there's a passion within you that has to be discovered. Pursue your dreams. Don't let anyone deter you. Leave all the haters behind. And sometimes the haters are in your family. It's okay to leave them behind. It's all right. Just pursue your dream. And know that you can be anything that you want to be. And that the only thing that limits you is the person in the mirror. The person in the mirror. You can reach the highest of heights because it's in your DNA. We come from kings and queens. And we can elevate and be anything that we want to be. And so don't ever let a man touch you, berate you, define you, make you less than what you are, and know that you are wonderful and you are blessings from God. I thank you for this opportunity and thank you for this invitation. God bless you.